Hey math friends, it's Miss Healy, and I am going to be reviewing something that you already know how to do, but teaching you a new skill at the same time. So I know that you recognize this chart. This is our cubes poster that we use when we are trying to solve word problems. It's a great strategy that you can use with any word problem to help you solve it so that you know all of the important information before you even start. So I just want to review first all of the letters of cubes so we can make sure that we use that today. The C, remember, stands for circle the numbers. The U stands for underline the question. The B stands for box the keywords or the words that tell you what you should be doing, whether it's adding or subtracting. The E stands for eliminate extra information or get rid of anything that you don't need in this problem. And the S stands for show your work and solve. So we're going to be using cubes today, so make sure that's in your brain. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a word problem. Because a lot of times when we're doing math problems, we ask ourselves, why do we have to learn how to do this? So I'm going to show you a real life word problem that might come up, and this is the skill I'm going to be teaching you, the new skill. So we're combining word problems with a new skill that we're going to learn today. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is read the problem. It says, Miley's class is having a car wash. They washed 13 blue cars, 12 red cars, and 14 white cars. How many cars did they wash in all? So the first thing that I know I need to do is I need to circle all of the numbers. So I'm going to find every number that I can, and I'm going to circle it. Okay, next I need to look at the U. U is underline the question. That's usually at the end of the problem, but I should find the question mark and go back. How many cars did they wash in all? That's my question. The next thing that I need to do is put a box around keywords. That's B. Box the keywords. And those are going to be any words that tell me what I should be doing, my action words. And so in this one, in all is my action word, and that tells me that I should be adding. So I always like to stick a little symbol right there just to remind me so it's fresh in my head. In all. Then if there's any extra information that I can eliminate, I need to get rid of that. There doesn't happen to be any extra information. We need all of this information to find out the answer to this question. The last thing I need to do is show my work and solve. But you might notice that there are 3 numbers, and we're used to solving problems that are 2 numbers. We're solving one number plus one number, or one number subtracting from another number. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can take these 3 numbers and add them all together at the same time. So I know from in all that I'm adding. So I'm going to be adding these 3 numbers together, 13, 22, and 14, because I want to find out how many cars Miley's class washed at the car wash. So I'm going to just rewrite them up and down vertically and make sure that all of the numbers are lined up correctly. The ones part of the number is in the ones column, and the tens part of the number is in the tens column. And I am going to solve this problem. Now, my suggestion to you is to draw a line right down the middle, because that keeps everybody separated. I'm going to scoot this down just a bit. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add these numbers up. Now, you can use a strategy like finding a 10, or you could use a strategy like doubles and adding them up. I am just going to take the first two digits here and add them together because 3 plus 2 equals 5. So I'm going to write a little 5 here. Now I've used this number and I've used this number, so now I need to add 5 plus 4. If you guess 9, you've got the right number. So 9 goes there in the ones place. Then I'm going over to the tens place. 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 3 plus 1 more equals 4. So that means that Miley's class washed 49 cars. So this is a real world example of when you might have to add more than one number at a time, or more than two numbers together at a time. So we added 3 here. But you are going to be able to, in second grade, add up 4 two-digit numbers at a time. So we are going to solve these together. Again, we're trying to think of strategies we can use so that we can solve these quickly and easily, but still get the correct answer. So here I have 26 plus 13 plus 34 plus 12. I always like to draw a dividing line down so that I can separate my ones and my tens. So what I'm going to do first, looking at this number, I'm looking just at these digits in the ones column and trying to decide how I could group them together. You can try any way that you want. So if you want to add the 6 plus 3 and the 4 plus 2, you can do that. You could try to find doubles, or you could try to find a 10. And I think I'm going to try and find a 10. So I found 6 plus 4 equals 10 because numbers are easy to add to 10. And then I know that 3 plus 2 is 5. And look how easy this is. 10 plus 5, easy to do, is 15. So I'm going to put my 5 here, and I'm going to carry my 1 up over into the tens column because that is a 10 going over. Now I'm adding all of these up together. You could use the same strategy on this side and make your kind of your little connectors go together. You don't have to, because usually in the tens column the numbers aren't as big, so it's easier to kind of just count on. So 1 plus 2 more is 3. 3 plus 1 more is 4. 4 plus 3 more is 7. And 7 plus 1 more is 8. So your number is 85. Okay, you're going to do the same thing here. I want you to give this a try. So we have the numbers 45 plus 45 plus 18 plus 22. And we're trying to add those together. There's 4 add-ins that we're adding up. Now, what I like to do after I rewrite that, of course, is divide my line down in between my ones and my tens, because if I want to, I can even cover up this tens column. We don't even need to look at it just yet. So what I want you to do, this is kind of a challenge problem. I want you to go ahead and try this problem on your paper or whiteboard right now. 45 plus 45 plus 18 plus 22. After you have it written down, I want you to pause the video, and then I want you to solve it, and then once you've got it solved, press play and come on back. Okay, hopefully you've had enough time to solve that. Now let's see how you did. So you can, again, do this any way you want to, but I see a 10 right here because I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. So I'm going to do this with a 10 out to the side. And then, funny enough, 8 plus 2 is also 10. And really quickly, 10 plus 10 equals 20. Now be careful here. We haven't done too many like this. The number 20 looks like this. 0 ones are in the number 20. So I'm going to write a 0 here. 2 tens are in the number 20. So I'm going to carry those tens up to the tens column. Now I need to add these together. So I see 4 plus 4 is 8. That's a double, and I know my doubles just like that. But I also see that 8 plus 2, just like here, is equal to 10. So I'm going to say these three together equal 10. Then I can easily add 1 plus 2 together. That's 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Uh-oh, the number 13. I need to write here the number 3 because that's 13 tens. So I'm going to leave my 3 tens there, and my extra 10 tens or 100 are going to go here. So my number is 130. I'm wondering if you got the number 132 as well. Not 2. Okay. The last thing I want to talk to you about is that no matter what order I put these numbers in, here, here, or here, I'm still going to get the same sum. And the thing that you need to know about that is that when you're adding numbers, the order doesn't matter. That's the commutative property of addition. And so if I add 2 plus 5 or 5 plus 2, I'm still going to get the same answer of 7. Same rule applies here. If I switch these numbers all around and let's say, for example, instead of 26 plus 13 plus 34 plus 12, let's say I did 12 plus 26 plus 34 plus 13. If I added those together, I just mixed up the order, I would still, I'm gonna still do this super quickly. I've got a 10, I've got a 5, so 10 plus 5, 15. 5 ones and 1 10. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 plus 1 is 8. Guess what, guys? I still got the exact same number, and that's because the order doesn't matter when you're adding numbers together. Great job, friends. You worked really hard today, and I know for sure that you are going to be working hard on your Seesaw activity to practice adding up to 4 two-digit numbers. And remember, the order doesn't matter. Have a good day.